Main focus of this budget really is to try and balance growth and fiscal consolidation. I mean, the pandemic is not yet over, so there's still a bit of pandemic relief that is necessary, welfare support that is likely to get announced. At the same time, the government needs to focus on the longer term growth, and therefore more allocations are likely for capital expenditure. And one difference next year from this year is that the kind of revenue buoyancy, the tax revenue buoyancy that the government could bank on for fiscal consolidation will not be there. So if you put all of that together, growth support still needs to be there. So what we're expecting is really a marginal fiscal consolidation from 6.8% of GDP this year to around 6.4% next year.
Where does this leave the outlook then, Sonal, for India's fiscal deficit? And would you say that it's in a precarious position, especially considering Fed tightening policy and the outflows that could be associated with that?
Right. So India started off even prior to the pandemic actually with a fairly high fiscal deficit and debt to GDP ratios. So post the pandemic, the situation has, of course, worsened quite a bit. I mean, going forward, our view is broadly the fiscal deficits will stay elevated for some time. So 6.4, which is what we're expecting, which is at the higher end of what the street is expecting, is already near the double the level we were prior to the pandemic. And as we go forward, the need for the government to spend more on welfare spending, more on capex, particularly infrastructure, will continue. And not to forget, 2023, the next budget will actually be the last full budget ahead of the big election. So the risk of that being a bit more populist also exists. So on the whole, the deficit numbers are likely to stay elevated, and that is I would say, along with higher inflation, a vulnerability for India.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.